So I've been out today thinking about this whole market stuff. Are we going to get this big thing? Is the remote viewing team dig algorithm them? Is that what they saw? Was it just the bond market and credit markets maybe, but not the crypto markets? Again, like they said, remote viewing, it's not always spot on. Sometimes their interpretation isn't what they thought it was. It's just a tool like anything else, and no one has the perfect tool. Now, having said that, I want to share a little chart with you. This is from Bull Pony. He's been communicating with me lately. Every now and then he'll shoot me some emails and stuff and show me some charts and things. And I will say, in the past, Bull Pony has in fact nailed a couple cycles to the T. Okay, I saw it happen. But then he'd miss some, and then timeline would change and that sort of thing, and it's like, whatever. But he's still following this stuff, and some of these other charts I'm looking at line up with what he's saying. So it's worth mentioning, worth giving whoever needs credit, where it's due. And he's been sharing this stuff with me for the last almost a week now, some of what he thinks, and it actually lines up with some of the other stuff in a different way. But he thinks the bear is dead and life run complete. Bull market begins today, April 1st, 2018. Necessary cycle is 1 up, 6 down. Life cycle completes 1 up, 7 down, according to him. Now there's another one. I'm going to push pause for a second to grab it real quick. Hang on. Okay, now here's the other one. Now this is the guy. Look at the source, oss.cc website. That's the guy I've shared some of these cycles that he's put out, and this is the same exact one I was showing the other day. And I showed you how, remember these little, I said when we talked about these 3 little humps here in orange, and then the red, and then the blue, the actual BTC, here's the cycles, blue is BTC, actual, and how it's not exactly perfect, but boy, it certainly follows around it, doesn't it? So he drew, remember, we had this, and now he's showing right around here. Now this is April 1st right here, okay? Somewhere basically right where this is at, where my mouse is, okay? This is April 1st. Again, these are not always perfect, but the trend always seems to follow pretty damn good. So here we are here, and his red line is saying where he projects, this is a Bitcoin forecast, where it's going to go. And over here is, I believe, the dollar side on the left side. So, yeah, as you can see back in October, November, so this is exactly right. We had nearly $20,000 Bitcoin here. Again, on the left side is the price. What this would suggest is that we're going to be literally at cliff highs, like 13,880 roughly price point, if this thing holds out. The only issue is if it kind of follows this, it's going to be the end of April, not the end of, certainly wasn't the end of February, even though Cliff's data did say that piece of the data stretched into the end of March. The problem was it was we'll just call it most powerful, if you will. The data showing 13.8 was at that, what was it, the third week, whatever it was, of February. That doesn't mean that has to happen on that time frame. He just picks that date because that's when the data basically is the strongest for that meme or whatever. So not to say that the web bot's spot on every single time, because we know it's not, but if we get to 13,880 here in the near future, oops, sorry about that, you missed it by a month. You know what I mean? Like, big deal. So this is not cliff high stuff, it's not psychic stuff. This is simply this guy charting things, his cycles. He shared some with me for months now. I followed them. I haven't done many videos on them, but his analysis seems to follow pretty decently. Okay? So the cycle is showing this happening. It doesn't, again, necessarily mean the price is going to be exactly $13,000, $14,000 here by what looks like, hell, maybe even the 16th. If that's 10,000, this is 1250. We're talking 11th, 12th, 13th of April. We have nearly $13,000 Bitcoin. If it happens to follow, again, if it follows very similar to this, we may very well have that. So we'll, remains to be seen. We'll find out. But I want to share that with you. And I was out today. My buddy Jason came over. He was the guy that was here doing the night vision stuff. Remember, every time he got a tip in Litecoin, I'd make him go outside and look in the sky. Got him started appropriately, which he really appreciated, you guys, by the way. But he called a little earlier. Hey, what are you doing, man? You want to take those jet skis out? Let's roll. Let's roll. So he came over. Me and him just went on the lake and had a good time. And the whole time I felt like, I watched the price a little bit today. I was almost going to do a video before I went out there with them just to tell you guys what I'm kind of telling you now. Number one, this chart, and then this other thing from Bull Pony, just to share it with you. And I thought, now I'm going to go out, think about it a little bit more, and then come back. So my thoughts are I'm absolutely going to hodl. I'm going to hodl through this. I'm not going to try to sell or 10%. I'm not going to do any of that unless, and it's not even selling, but unless we see a huge destruction coming. Like, not see it coming, but it happens. April such and such date. Oh my God, it got nailed. Litecoin's under $100. I may scrape off some silver. Like I said, I may sell a little bit of silver to bring some cash flow in to then make a nice purchase. And it will honestly be on Litecoin. That's what I would make that move on. So that's my plan. I'm not looking forward to that actually happening. Not even that I'm looking forward. I should say I'm not anticipating me doing that or that happening. But it could. You know, see what these remote viewers things actually is. Maybe it's a bond market cycle ending and imploding. Something else that affects the stock markets. You know what I mean? And someone sent me something from California saying, no, Joe, it's not New York City, it's California. This other, Vedic astrologer, such and such, said something. I didn't even get a chance to look at it. I want to go take a peek at that video a little later, but just didn't have a lot of time to go through a lot of stuff today. Easter, family, we went on the water for a little bit, just got back, and felt like I just want to do a video, And y'all, I see y'all giving that young man a hard time on the other video, the woo winners only, trolls need not apply. He's a very nervous young man, and you probably hurt his feelings. All right, I'm just gonna tell you, probably hurt his feelings with all his thumbs down. But we're gonna give him a chance and see what happens, because if those picks, all of y'all who gave those thumbs down, I'm just gonna say now, God help you. If his 3 picks, Litecoin, Redcoin, and Qtum, takes off in a fairly short period of time, I'm just going to say, I'm bringing him back on, and we're going to see what he has to say next, okay? I want to give him a chance to get his word out there and see what he can do. Again, I'm not out here telling you, listen to everything this guy says. I mean, Michelle White Dove said Redcoin, she saw that would be good. It was already in there. I already had some Qtum, had some Redcoin. Of course, I've got Litecoin, so his 3 picks aren't exactly shocking to me. But if he thinks those are going to be the ones that move over the next 2 or 3 months very, very nicely compared to other coins, and it actually happens that way, he deserves all the credit in the world, and I'm going to bring him on. I'm going to shove him back in your face. And if he doesn't work out that way, oh well, hey, we tried, no problem. Bringing some information to some people, and that's that. But man, some of you guys are brutal, roasting people pretty quickly, pretty quick to roast somebody. But this is the internet, man. It's the Wild West. So I'm not going to ban everybody for saying something or thumbs down. No, you're certainly entitled to your opinion. I just don't want the hardcore super hate stuff. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not necessary, and I don't really want to put up with that crap. So anyways, just a quick update. And that's all I really want to tell you right now. So I was going to let this video go tomorrow morning. You know how I let them go in the morning. But I'm like, in case any of y'all are out there thinking the same thing as me right now, should I do something? Or, feel like I'll just tell you what I'm doing. I'm hodling. If we do see a big, even more destructive sell-off, I may have to unload a little bit of silver to capitalize on it. I won't dare sell all my silver. I even thought earlier, I was like, well, maybe I'll sell half. I'll be honest. I don't even think I'd sell half. I might sell a quarter of what I have in silver to get some cash and dump it into some Litecoin if we see those kind of crazy prices, like seriously. So that's my plan. If it happens, that's what I'm doing. If it doesn't happen, I'm just sitting here hodling, not doing anything different. Got those coins, got my red coin, got the Qtum I've already had. I did add some more Qtum. Not a whole bunch more, but I did add some. And I added a little more red coin was all, recently, but nothing major to talk about. Let's see what these cycles and these charts actually show. I know there's people, $80 Litecoin, $60, it's coming. But then again, there's charts that show the opposite. There's just so much to this technical analysis. It's not just as easy as, shaking a magic 8-ball. Hey, what's it going to do now? Yet we try to do that with remote viewing and things, and there's some interesting stuff there too. So anyways, it's about 7 left, or 7 o'clock East Coast time. And I think that's all I wanted to tell you about. Take care.